Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu, for this opportunity. Okay, I'll just begin. Om Gyana Timirandasya Yananjana Slakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manoabhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatantam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakamitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Davaneshwari Vishabhani Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Priya Vanchakapatarubyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Titanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Narayanam Maskritya Naram Shiva Narottam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Jayamati Rayatnashtaprayeshu Pajasu Nityam Bhagavata Siva Bhagavati Uttamashlokir Bhaktir Bhagavati Naist Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare
Oh, thank you so much for such a blessing prayer, blessing us with the Mangacharana. Thank you. So welcome again to this session today. Today we are doing the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 9, at verse Shloka 45. Yes. I see. Since Prabhuji has not yet joined, you can try.
Hare Krishna, we can start reading the shloka purport for both the verses, the last two verses, and I'm trying to see if I can get Prabhuji. I'm trying to call him. So, thank you very much. Let's start reading text 45, the translation, the text and the translation, and then 46. Because today we can finish the chapter by reading. Is that okay? Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Hare Krishna,
very okay.
Prabhupada. Okay, thank you. I'm going to unmute. I'm going to mute and try to look for Prabhuji.
Okay, Hare Krishna, we can try doing the Sanskrit. Meanwhile. So today we are doing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, 9:45. Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So the 2:9:45 by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. So I'll try. We can try to read the the Sanskrit. Yeah. Narada. Narada Pramaha Munaye Sarasvataye Tate Nripa Dhyayate Brahma Pramam Vasyaya Mita Teajase. Someone else can try.
Narada praha munaye saraswatas tate nripa drayayate brahma param vyasaya mita tejase. Hare Krishna. Dr. Mugo, kindly continue. Prabhuji is joining us. He did not know about the change in time. I mean, the change in time over there, but it doesn't affect us. So he's just joining us in 5 minutes. But we can read the translation and purport. Can you read the translation and purport, please?
Okay, Hare Krishna, thank you for the opportunity. So translation by His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta, Swami Prabhupada, Ki Jai. Translation. In succession, O King, the great sage Narada instructed Srimad Bhagavatam unto the unlimited powerful Vaisyadeva, who meditated in devotional service upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the absolute truth, on the banks of the river Sarasvati. Read the purport. Purport by His Divine Grace. Purport. In the 5th chapter of the 5th canto in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Narada instructed the great sage Vyasadeva as follows. Ado Mahabhagava Bhava Amoga Drik Sukhi Srava Satya Nara Rato Drita Vrataha Urukrama Masya Kila Bandha Mukyate Samadhinam Smara Tad Vishtatam. Translation. O greatly fortunate, pious philosopher, your name and fame are universal, and you are fixed in the absolute truth with spotless character and infallible vision. I ask you to meditate upon the activities of the personality of Godhead, whose activities are unparalleled. So in the disciplic succession of Brahma Sampradaya, the practice of yoga meditation is not neglected. But because the devotees are bhakti yogis, they do not undertake the trouble to meditate upon the impersonal Brahma. As indicated here, they meditate on Brahma Paramam, or the Supreme Brahman. Brahman realization begins from the impersonal effulgence, but by further progression of such meditation, manifestation of the Supreme Soul, Para-Atma, realization takes place. And progressing further, realization of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is fixed. Sri Narada Muni, as a spiritual master of Vyasadeva, knew very well the position of Vyasadeva, and thus he certified the qualities of Srila Vyasadeva as fixed in the absolute truth with great vow, etc. Narada advised meditation upon the transcendental activities of the Lord. Impersonal Brahma has no activities, but the personality of Godhead has many activities, and all such activities are transcendental, without any tinge of material quality. If the activities of the Supreme Brahma were material activities, then Narada would not have advised Vyasadeva to meditate upon them. And the Param Brahma is the Lord, Sri Krishna, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. In the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna realized the factual position of Lord Krishna, he addressed Lord Krishna in the following words. Param Brahma Param Dhamma Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusam Sasvatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam vibun asunt vam rasya sarve devansi naradas tatza asito devalo vyasyaha svayam shaiva bravishimi. Arjuna summarized the purpose of Bhagavad Gita by his realization of Lord Sri Krishna and thus said, "My dear personality of Godhead, you are the supreme absolute truth, the original person in the eternal form of bliss and knowledge. This is confirmed by Narada, Asita, Devala, and Vasudeva. And above all, your personal self has also confirmed it in the Bhagavad Gita 10, 12, and 13 to 13. When Vyasadeva fixed his mind in meditation, he did it in Bhakti Yoga trance and actually saw the supreme person with Maya, the illusion, the illusory energy, in contraposition. As we have discussed before, the Lord's Maya or illusion is also a representation because Maya has no existence without the Lord. Darkness is not independent of light. Without light, no one can experience the contraposition of darkness. However, this Maya or illusion cannot overcome the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but stand apart from Him, aparasrayam. Therefore, perfection of meditation is realization of the personality of Godhead along with His transcendental activities. Meditation on the impersonal Brahma is troublesome business for the meditator, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 12.5. Kleso dikaratsa tesam avyak tasakta setatasam. And yes, thank you so much for the opportunity to read. That's the
Hare
purport by His
Krishna,
Divine.
thank you very much, Bhakta Mugo. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept our humble
Dandavat pranam, Hare
obeisances
Krishna.
on behalf of everybody who
Glories
have
to
joined the group and are about to join. Prabhuji, sorry to ambush you. I forgot to mention that we will be 1 hour. Our time is the same, but I think your clocks have gone back. So I
Yes, they
really,
went
really
back
apologize.
last night. Yes.
And I'd
So
also
now
like
it
to
is
acknowledge the presence of Madan Gopala Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for joining in our class today. We are reading the Srimad Bhagavatam. We are on Canto 2, Chapter 9. Chapter 9 is Answers by Citing the Lord's Version. And we are almost about to finish that chapter. We are on text 45. So, Prabhuji, we have read the text, translation, and purport, and we'd like to hand over to you.
okay. Very good. Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me to have your Sangha. I appreciate very much. You should probably appreciate more. So we are continuing our study of Srimad Bhagavatam by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The canto is the Cosmic Manifestation. The chapter 9 answers by citing the Lord's version. So we completed the Chatu Shloki texts, the purports, and in this text, in succession, O king, the great sage Narada instructed Srimad Bhagavatam unto the unlimitedly powerful Vyasadeva, who meditated in devotional service upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Absolute Truth, on the bank of the river Saraswati. Om Jnana-timirandasya Kinangana Shalakaya Chakshura Anumanitam Dina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Panchakalpatarubhasta Kripa Sindhuparevacha Patitanan Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Hare
So
Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada begins his...
Sorry, Prabhuji, to interrupt. Can I request Bhakta Mugo, can you please start the recording? Thank you. Thank you so much. We have started. Hare Krishna. Sorry, Prabhuji, continue.
No problem. So Srila Prabhupada begins his purport quoting this verse from the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. O greatly fortunate, pious philosopher, your name and fame are universal, and you are fixed in the absolute truth with spotless character and infallible vision. I ask you, to meditate upon the activities of the personality of Godhead, whose activities are unparalleled. Spoken by Sri Narada Muni to Srila Vyasadeva. So this is a quotable text, a reference text, as I sometimes comment that so many yoga teachers and even pundits, such people, they're not aware who is the author of the Vedic scriptures. So here's clear presentation of who is the author, Srila Vyasadeva. Srila Prabhupada goes on at length to discuss how the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, Bhagavan, Parameti Paramameti Bhagavan Ita Shabdyate, that the absolute truth is not merely spiritual light, impersonal Brahman, as some yogis, that is their object of meditation, the effulgence of Krishna. Brahmanohi Pratistaham, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna that I am the basis of the impersonal Brahman. This is clearly presented in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam as the cream of Vedic spirituality, firmly establishes this fact that the ultimate manifestation of God, of the absolute truth, has form. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sat Chit Ananda Vigraha. I offer my respectful obeisances, Lord Brahma, praise in his Brahma Samhita unto the Param Ishwar, the supreme controller, Ishvara Parama. And who is that? Krishna. In that first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Janma Dyasayatahan Vyaditarateshu Vigyasara. Srila Prabhupada explains that this Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya implicitly, he uses the word implicitly, indicates Sri Krishna, the son of Nanda and Dashoda of Vrindavan. And how that is so, he says, Srila Prabhupada, we will learn progressively in the study of Srimad Bhagavatam, beginning with the first 9 cantos, culminating in the 10th canto, which presents the Leela, so much Leela of Sri Krishna in beginning with his appearance in Gokula, Sri Vrindavan Dham, and then progressively Mathura, and on to Dwarka Leela. What is it? So 90 chapters of that 10th canto. So here in this purport, or in this verse, Narada is described as instructing Vyasadeva, who meditated in devotional service. Manmana Baba Mad Bhakto, Majadimam Namaskuru, from the 9th chapter, where Lord Krishna, Srila Prabhupada says, Lord Krishna commands, he demands. These are the 4 activities of surrender to Krishna, to always think of him, to bow down to him, to worship him, and to give our heart, our love to Krishna, to become his devotee. And so Narada Muni is going to instruct this, and he did, of course, to Srila Vyasadeva. So Srila Prabhupada goes at length as part of his mission, his specific service to his spiritual master, and in service to the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, in service to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Namaste Saraswati Devam Gauravani Pacharine Nirvasesha Shunyavadi Paschitya Deshatarine. That we offer our respectful obeisances unto His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the beloved servant of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, who is removing this nirvasesha shunyavadi conception of God, which is exactly opposite, in one sense, from the bhakti conception of Krishna. We remember from Bhagavad Gita Arjuna in the 11th chapter, and Lord Krishna reveals his universal form, so powerful and big and frightening. And finally, we remember Arjuna, he says, this is too much. I really don't care to see this. Please, let me see you in your original form, Manus Rupa, in your human-like form, which is much more pleasant. Yam Shama Sundaram Achinta Guna Surupam. Your Tribanga Lalitani Yata Prakasham, and your threefold bending form, Sham Sundar, with a flute and the peacock feather in your head, Barhabatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam. Later, so here in this verse, Lord Brahma is receiving the instruction to meditate, and he will do that. And eventually, he will, among other things, he will speak the Brahma Samhita as we sing some verses each morning in greeting the deities. Chintamani Prakara Sadmasu Kalpa Vriksha Laksha Virteshu Sulabir Alipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Sambharma Sevyamanam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Vijami Venam Kwanantam Aravinda Dalaya Taksham, that he has lotus eyes and he's playing his Venu, his flute, and he has the peacock feather. Venam Kwanantam Aravinda Dalaya Taksham Barhabatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Sundar, beautiful Sundarangam, beautiful limbs. Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham, not all pervading spiritual effulgence. I was listening to a lecture, a discussion about Srila Prabhupada, and the devotee was relating how strongly in India, when Srila Prabhupada came there, 1967, 1969, like this, he was so strong very often because in India, especially, there's many more people who are familiar with the Vedas and Vedic spirituality and so many different spiritual groups, and the influence of the Mayavadi and the impersonalist teachers of Vedic spirituality they're everywhere in the world, but certainly very present and in your face, so to speak, in India. And many people are devotees of the different Mayavadi and impersonal spiritual teachers. So, Nirvasesha Shunyavadi, Paschatya Desha Tarane, that you have come to deliver the Western countries from the influence of impersonalism and Mayavadi, and not just Western countries, all over the world. Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, was so fierce, so strong, that sometimes certain teachers of this Mayavadi and impersonalism, if they saw him on the street, they would cross to the other side so they would not bump into Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, because he would rip their philosophy to shreds. This Mayavadi ism that God has no form, no feelings, no activities. The Vaishnava, pure devotees, the acharyas, point out that this is so hellish. It is so damaging to life, and it's not just a philosophical thing. Someone may think, well, the spiritual, they're debating, philosophers debate, the different spiritual teachers, they argue among themselves, and it's just a philosophy discussion. What does that have to do with anything practical? But actually, it has everything to do with the suffering of this material world today. The suffering in Kenya, the suffering in the UK and the EU and the Middle East, the wars, the abortions, the cow killing, the rape of women, all of the different sinful activities are promoted, and like fuel on the fire, the Nirvisesha Shunyavadi philosophies, theologies, paradigms directly promote. Now, how is that? Some philosophy has something to do with the exploitation of animals and children and women. Yes, because if I'm thinking there's no God, really, and it's just some light up there in the sky, or there is no God, and I am free to do whatever I want, then we will. Many people will, unfortunately, and which is because we all have these bodies and we have these desires, strong desires. Uh, and if there is nothing to stop us, no devotion to God, with understanding of eternal relationship and eternal life and uh, karma, it certainly helps uh, promote. It certainly helps certain people to feel the freedom to do these things. And so the atheistic, not just Mayavadi and impersonalism, the Nirvisesha Shunyavadi, but the materialistic philosophy. Who was that ancient Indian philosopher? One of the six Vedic uh, philosophies. In Roman times, there was one Epicurus, and it manifests again and again this idea that there's nothing but matter. There's no spirit. There's no spiritual effulgence. There's no nothing beyond matter. That is another uh, fuel on the fire that gives certain people enthusiasm to exploit and to abuse and to hurt other people. And so the Vaishnav devotees, pure devotees, the acharyas, they know this. It is not just some idle philosophy debate. It's not just, well, we're better than you. Our Vaishnav Sampradaya is the best. It is not like that. But they are very fierce debaters, and what is the word? They take the offensive. They proactively try to cut down. They take opportunities to attack, to destroy the atheistic ideas. Srila Prabhupada commented at least once that the more we kick on Darwin's face, the more Krishna consciousness is advanced, because it removes, by kicking on what does that mean, kicking on the face of Darwin? The idea that we're nothing but matter, everything comes from chance, the idea of macroevolution, that originally we were all plankton, amoeba in the ocean, and gradually we transform. All of these foolish ideas, uh, they give impetus to suffering. Uh, in a relative sense, and in an absolute sense, without devotion to Krishna, how we shall go back to Godhead, how we will break free from the cycle of birth and death if we're thinking that we're nothing but atoms and everything is happening by chance, or that God is just really not much of anything, just some kind of spiritual effulgence, something. Bhakti is destroyed, and uh, suffering is guaranteed in this life and the next life and the life after that. And so these different paradigms, these what they call paradigms, conceptions of existence, atheistic conceptions, they directly have an effect upon everyday life. It has an effect upon what our neighbors are doing right now. It has an effect upon us because of past association. All of us, to one degree or the other, perhaps infinitesimal or whatever it may be, because of our growing up in this Kali Yuga. There is some influence. And so the Vaishnava acharyas, out of love, out of great compassion, they're not just idle debaters, but they want to free the suffering living entities from the obstacles to bhakti. Parichanaya sadhanam vinashya tuduskutam dharma samstapanatya sambhavami yuge yuge. This is Lord Krishna's mission, to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants. And so it is a great service to Krishna, as much as we're able to do it directly, or we can facilitate, we can assist others who are doing it, who are directly attacking this Mayavadi, this Nirvisesha Shunyavadi, and this evolution ideas. It is direct service to Lord Krishna. And of course, Srila Prabhupada so much, once he was so happy, because, sometimes devotees or the congregation, oh, why are you attacking? Why are you speaking so strong? You shouldn't do that. Devotees, spiritual people aren't so aggressive. But Srila Prabhupada was always so happy, the different disciples, and he is happy now, not just in the past. Right now, today, we get the blessings we can receive the blessings of our ISKCON founder, Acharya. Lord Krishna is, of course, fully aware of what we do, and on behalf of Srila Prabhupada, he reciprocates with us. Whatever we can do to what is that in the first canto? Somewhere, the preface maybe. That this Srimad Bhagavatam is meant for the re-spiritualization of the entire human civilization. And that can happen. Uh, it will happen by a change of consciousness. I remember in my teenage years, I heard something. I was reading. Um, forget where I read that, but I read something in some spiritual book, which I heard Srila Prabhupada confirm much better, that there can never be lasting change in people's behavior, in a country's behavior, without a change of consciousness, without a change of inner conception. Um, and that that made sense to me. And of course, we hear Srila Prabhupada saying the same thing, that by people becoming Krishna conscious at the grassroots level, we want to have less wars, we want to have better political system, we want to have more peace in society with regard to having a better life in this life. Uh, it can only happen in a lasting way by a change of people's conceptions, where they begin to reawaken, because it is not something we are pushing. It's not something artificial, but by facilitating people to awaken, and ourselves to awaken to Krishna consciousness, to bhakti, to devotion to Krishna, to realization of Krishna's existence as a person, Ishvara Parama Krishna, then automatically people's values will change, just like our values shifted as we accepted Krishna consciousness. Our values, our plans, our desires, everything automatically shifts by our individual, on the level of ourself, on the level of our soul. So that's what I was reflecting upon, that this Mayavadi, impersonal, atheistic ideas of God, of existence, they influence, of course they do, people's values, people's desires, people's plans, what they do, what they don't do. It has a direct effect. And so Srila Prabhupada, so much uh, a disciple of his, asked that, oh, you're speaking about attacking, kicking Darwin in the face. Well, how do we do that? Do we go to the college and kick one of the professors? No. You distribute these books. You broadcast this knowledge of Krishna consciousness as widely as possible. Put it before as many people as possible. You open up the temples, you keep the temples so you can have regular Shravanam Kirtanam. It's the purpose of the temples, to help maintain devotees' purity with the deity worship, and to bring the devotees nearer together and closer to Krishna, as Srila Prabhupada explained, to provide a venue for that. And a part is so there can be regular Srimad Bhagavatam classes, regular Bhagavad Gita classes, as much as possible, encouraging everyone in the temples, out of the temples, everywhere, to read, study this books, hear the lectures of His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada, and his followers. And this simple activity, this enthusiastic activity to do it ourselves, as Srila Prabhupada chastises us, that don't just give this knowledge, but you read. You must have study an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening. Yes, I just read again the other day. He said, I forget, early. He said, so you, 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening. And I remember up until, of course, this was, I don't know every temple, but at least in certain temples in America, up until, 1984, there was always Bhagavad Gita class in the evening, little nectar devotion or nectar of instruction, and then Bhagavad Gita, and then Krishna book before taking rest. Srila Prabhupada called this the Krishna conscious sandwich. And for certain reasons, that program uh, diminished. Uh, so how can we expect spiritual strength for ourselves and for those who are depending upon us and for those that we hope to develop Krishna bhakti, if we don't follow that, the simple sadhana that Srila Prabhupada gave us, um, of hearing and chanting about Krishna. So here in this text, there's strong discussion by Srila Prabhupada. He says, Narada advised meditation upon the transcendental activities of the Lord. Impersonal Brahman has no activities, but the personality of Godhead has many activities. If the activities of the Supreme Brahman were material activities, then Narada would not have advised Vyasadeva to meditate upon them. And the Param Brahma is Lord Sri Krishna, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram, Paramam Bhava. He concludes the purport, therefore, perfection of meditation is realization of the personality of Godhead along with its transcendental activities. Meditation on the impersonal Brahman is a troublesome business for the meditator, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita, Klesho Dikatarastesham, Avyakta Shakta Chetasam. So even Lord Krishna himself says that don't do this. Don't try to make advancement uh, by the impersonal meditation, but begin meditation upon me as I am, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchid Ananda Vigraha, with an eternal blissful form. And to repeat Srila Prabhupada's words, so in the disciplic succession of the Brahma Sampradaya, the practice of yoga meditation is not neglected, but because the devotees are bhakti yogis, they do not undertake the trouble to meditate upon the impersonal spirit. As indicated here, they meditate on Brahma Paramam, or the Supreme Brahman. Brahman realization begins from the impersonal effulgence, but by further progress of such meditation, manifestation of the Supreme Soul Paramatma, realization takes place, and progressing further, realization of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is fixed. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we are, of course, in the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi, Shri Gaur Bhaktivinoda, and Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement. And we are so very, very fortunate to be in this Gaudiya Brahma Sampradaya. Lord Chaitanya, Namo Mahavadin Avatar, isn't it? We have the prayer. Namo Mahavadinaya, the most munificent. Lord Chaitanya's desire was to make this pure Krishna prema, this pure prema bhakti, devotion to the beautiful Shama Sundaram Achinta Guna Sarupam, the beautiful transcendental form of Lord Krishna with his beautiful lotus-like eyes, reddish fingertips and palms, and, so many beautiful aspects of his transcendental form and his Leela. We have 90 chapters of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Leela of Lord Krishna and the Leela of Sri Krishna in his Vishnu expansion in the other cantos primarily. And Lord Chaitanya wanted everyone to have this. We know the history. And Srila Prabhupada put together, summarized in the Krishna book, 1970, 71. And the devotees were distributing the Krishna book, all about Dashoda Nandana, Nandanandana, Krishna, Govinda Gopal, Krishna, Gopinath, Krishna. They were distributing all over the world immediately. No qualification demanded. Just walking up to someone, oh, here is this very amazing book about spirituality, peace of mind, enlightenment. Would you like it? Yes, take. People would have the Leela of Lord Krishna immediately. So this is Lord Chaitanya, Namo Mahavadhanaya, not considering who should have it, who should not have it. Just let it go. Just let it go in the mood of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Give everyone the chanting of the holy names, the opportunity. Open up the marketplace of the holy names and just give munificently and take ourselves. Take ourselves. As I shared some couple classes ago, Srila Prabhupada, he said in one lecture that, so if you think that I have given something a little, he said, if you think I have given something a little valuable, then you take it and you work together to give it to others. So this is our family business, making progress back to Godhead and in service to Srila Prabhupada and Krishna, helping as many people as possible. So we'll stop here. Any comments, or questions, some discussion, challenges?
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for today's session. I particularly, I just want clarification on Nirvishesha Shunyavadi. And I just wanted to tell you how I understand it. And please correct me if I'm getting it correctly. So Nirvishesha includes two groups, Mayavadi and the impersonalist, while Shunyavadi is the atheist. There's nothing after this life and this is it.
Voidist, void. Everything is void. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Just like the Buddhists, most of the different groups of the Buddhists, they hold. There's nothing. There's nothing. And the Mayavadi philosophy is similar, actually. The only difference is that it appears to be Vedic. But the meaning is the same, that ultimately there's no thinking, there's no feelings, there's just void. So it is similar, it is Vedic voidism. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for that clarification. I usually get confused with that. Any other questions or comments from the group? If there are no questions or comments from the group, we can end this session. Pramila Mataji, are you able to end the session for today? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yes, Mataji. Prabhuji, thank you so much for such a wonderful discourse. We really look forward to listening to you, and you explain everything so simple for us. Maybe that's why there are not many questions today. So we thank you very much for giving us your time, especially with the clocks going back there. So Hare Krishna.
Yeah, sorry
Can,
about that.
can everyone please unmute and say the Hare Krishna mantra to glorify Prabhuji?
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama.
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare. Vancha Kalpa Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam
Tanam
Pavanebhyo
Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo
Namo
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 Namo.
Namo. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Jai,
His Grace Dina Sharan Prabhu ki jai.
Jai,
Jai
All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so
Thank you
much
very much.
for having me. I wish everyone is
Th-
safe and Krishna conscious week.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Thank you for
Hare
joining in at
Krishna.
such a short notice. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare